Are we live? The war for Butttown continues. Let's try playing in a populated lobby for a few minutes at least. Let me see something here. Hold on. Hold on, damn it. I want to try to close the one of these windows here. Yeah, we'll close that. And we'll come back to it later. Problem with playing in a populated lobby is that there's too many a-holes. There really is. There's just way too many. It looks. Sometimes you can't sign in. It looks like. Oh wow, 9 days left to the. Yeah, the computer is unavailable. So we are gonna go to an invite only session. Dang it. Oh well, so much for that idea. Black Shaggy gonna get down. Yeah, that's right. So 200 grand. Let's see. Let's sign in. Wow. I usually like to do one. Can I sell goods now? Okay, we're not nearly at the point where we could sell goods. I like to do one nightclub management at the start of a stream, at the start of a session, not a stream session. So that way I can.
What do you mean I didn't give
Yo,
enough
I've got you a
money?
VIP to collect. Bit of a celebrity, actually. Total friend of mine, Poppy Mitchell, huh? She hasn't actually said where she is and kind of blocked on her bleeder, but I think we can figure it out from her Snapmatic profile. I'll send you the most recent post. We'll find her, pick her up, and bring her to the club.
Whatever you say, Laszlo.
Yo, what's up?
All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. How's everybody doing this Saturday weekend? Am I muted? Am I muted? Can you hear me? Can you hear my microphone? Can you hear my microphone? Can I hear my microphone? Okay, there it is, right there. I had to turn up on the phone just to. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. If you're not watching from the USA, I hope you had an enjoyable week.
Oh my god!
The war for Butttown continues. See, I don't like this mission though. So I saw the new South Park, and they talked about this new game. Cartman want to go push, recruit, token into into the Turkey Trot, which is a 5K. And he's talking about this game, Arc Raiders. Now I thought he was making it up, honestly. Turns out it's a real game. Granted, Token was playing it on the Xbox, but that's probably an old deal they have. See, back in the late 2000s, right around the time the 360 was out, Microsoft dumped a ton of money in front of the doors to the offices of Viacom and Paramount. And so any show that was on a Viacom network, Big Bang Theory namely, South Park, they would have as product placement an Xbox 360. Whenever they would reference video games, there was always an Xbox game. It was always and it was always played on an Xbox console. And to think, even with all that money spent, and I hate to play the fanboy card, that, you know, I don't want to say the Microsoft Xbox is bordering on irrelevance, but you don't hear anybody talking the way they used to. She better be up here. Oh, it's a rabbit.
Oh, hey, there you are. I knew I should have called a limo. You're late.
Shut up, bitch. Get your dumb ass in the car.
I'm only doing this because I owe Tony. His last partner in Liberty City ran off the paparazzi with a fire truck. Amazing. I need a night out. I'm so tired of deleting all these assholes on Bleeder. If I wanted a picture of your junk, I would have asked for it. My tween fan base is going to love my Snapmatic post tonight.
I'm sure they are.
I'm a brand evangelist, you know. Spiritual stuff.
You take a look at how well the...
If Lacey Jonas is at this club, I'm gonna take the high road and not clock that bitch. I'm her role model.
I'm sure you are.
Solomon's spinning tonight, huh? I am gonna get cray. Seriously, cray.
You get cray cray or just cray? God, she's annoying. Lacey Jonas is not Lacey Jonas. This is Poppy Mitchell. She mentioned Lacey Jonas. Poppy Mitchell is seriously annoying. So come on. I want to hear her curse out Black Shaggy. Purchase the police bike from Warstock. Exclusive item. We've been talking about that for 6 months, though. How exclusive can it be if it was? How limited a time can it be if they're still offering it? So I had an unpleasant aftermath of Thanksgiving. Turns out I ate something I shouldn't have. I don't know what. What the heck was that?
We're here. Where are the paparazzi? This place better be ready to get popped. Thanks for the ride. I'll see you in the VIP room. All right, I'll hail a ride when
Ah. Okay. Back scratcher. I love back scratchers. Oh
Hi, boss.
fuck. The freaking thing has probably.
She's here! It's
I
amazing!
unplugged the
If we can
mouse.
get her to post from the club on social media, do you know how much that's worth? For all of us? Does my hair look right?
Boss at main entrance.
All right, I want to see everyone posting this on Life Invader. Poppy Mitchell's partying tonight.
I need to get a wireless mouse.
Hey, this cat owns the place.
That's right, I do. That's right. That's right. Now, freaking the upgrades to the club are also half off this week.
All right.
Did I spin? I spun the wheel this afternoon. Yeah, I didn't see. I was doing some money grinding offline, off stream. And it should be a kitty cat here, and there is not. Usually, there's a kitty cat roaming around. I hear a kitty cat.
My last split after this Prop 208 meeting. Wanna come?
You trying to start something? Guess I'm not a pacifist after all.
The cell phone killer struck again.
Christ.
Where do you think you're going? Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. Legal code is like rated code. It can lower crime and end the recession. Gun.
Wow. That's shooting. Ow. That ain't good.
Holy shit.
The wall for Butttown continues. Terabyte is parked nearby. Right here. Damn it. Ugh, I gotta get some water. Yeah, so it was not a pretty sight. As the bathroom became my most used room. Well, hold on. First of all, are there any? Let's take park around the corner. I don't know why I gotta park the Terabyte around the corner. Okay. Actually, I should have checked the map. Hold on. Usually there's a stash house somewhere. Let's see if there's a stash house. Okay. Weed farm. No stash house. How often do the stash houses appear? I don't know. I did the Madrazo hit. Did that off stream. Alright, well. Okay, well, let's go to the old Master Control Center. Alright. We need to, hold on, we probably could resupply this. I don't like it. It pays well enough, but I just don't like it. The bunker pays, but it's just, I don't know. It's not my favorite. Did I get this already? Oh no. Well, let's sell the stock. Let's sell the whatever stock we have and then buy more supplies. Sell stock. Actually, maybe we should just buy supply. Nah, hold on. Start selling some supplies here. I bought for the wheat farm. Okay. Let's see. That's 340,000. This gets you 334,000. 347,000. All right, let's sell. Yeah, let's sell. Okay, so Oh, airplanes. Well, I don't really like these airplanes just move too damn slow. Not slower than those stupid postal vans. Oh dear God, those post office vans were horrendous. At least they got rid of those. Sometimes you just eke out a victory on that. Let's fly the unfriendly skies. Would anybody be interested in seeing me do a guitar stream? Would anybody find that interesting, or just me? Just where I just play a different guitar every week, just talk about shit, talk about stuff that's going on, and the guy Andy does from the Guitar Geek. He does all like the news. I'm like, but he's forgotten more stuff than I'll ever know. Well, I always say that, but people are always impressed by my knowledge. But like I said, there's people out there that are more knowledgeable than me. But up there's the smoke. Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. My brother Mark, who does highlight interviews. I mean, he's interviewed legends in highlight. He wants to start his own YouTube channel. Put all his interviews there. I told him, I'll show you how to set it up. Oh, you do it. I'm like, yeah, it's your channel, asshole. Let's see. I gotta go all the way to hell out here. Oh, I should have went around the mountain. I'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. When she comes. She'll be driving like horses when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses. Driving 6 white horses when she comes. Should be. I don't know any other words. Any words. I don't know any words to this song. I've heard this song sung by many different people in my life. I don't know any other words to this song. I'll be dropping off the crystal when I come. I'll be dropping off the crystal when I come. I'll be dropping off the crystal, flying in my airplane, dropping off the crystal when I come. I'll be trying not to crash my plane when I come. Trying not to crash my plane when I come. I'll be trying not to crash my plane. Even though it, as it slowly, as it drives me real, as it seems to drive me insane, I'll be trying not to crash my plane when I come. There's a house on that island when I come. There's a house on that island that I've never seen. It just passed me on my screen. It's a house that there I'd never seen. House that I've never seen. This song better be public domain. This song better be in the public domain. I'm singing and I probably owe somebody some copyright royalties. This song better be in the public. What the? Bird strike. Dumbass bird. And there goes another one. Got one more drop to make. There I go. There I go. Got one more drop to make. Then I go. Then I switch out the planes because it won't have any more cargo left. Oh, I got one more drop to make before I go. I got food poisoning over Thanksgiving. I got food poisoning over. I spent 2 days on the bowl. Ate that whole rigmarole. I got food poisoning. I had to eat some plain white rice and bread. I had to eat some plain white rice and bread. I really didn't want to because it's so dang bland. I had to eat some plain white rice and bread. My plane collided with a bird on back there. My plane collided with a bird back there. Stupid bird hit my plane just to drive me quite insane. Now, where are the freaking mansions we're supposed to buy? Somewhere up on the hills. Whoa, that was kind of close. I misjudged that. Somebody was screaming. Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife. And we're gonna Oh, actually, if I crash into the jetty, then the plane explodes. So we'll just set it down. Set it down, and we'll get out, and we will. Just for the convenience of not being expedited. All right, let's go. The plane's going backwards. Whoops. Wingtips are in the water. See if we could get in the air and stay in the air. All right, we're in the air. We're airborne. Hooray! So yeah, I saw South Park this week. It kind of makes you, you're like, ah, they're doing this. I'm like, yeah. At the end though, it's like, oh yeah, it's actually pretty clever. You know what? Listen. Regardless if they do, if you think they're doing too much politics, they're right about a lot of things. Okay, coming in here. You're too low, damn it. Should we turn on the searchlights? No, that's what they'll be expecting us to do. It's about 2 more minutes, Chief. This is just where I start quoting airplane now. I think I might have to try out that plugin for Steam. It's not really a plugin. It's another program that runs by the side, where you can see I can see the chat on the screen. I gotta go through the valley here. Okay. I had my brother ask me one time, why do planes have to fly so high? Is it because they use a lot less fuel and you'll never make it to your destination? And besides, you know, if they flew 10 feet off the ground, they'd hit buildings. And other planes. And stuff. Would you really want air traffic flying just a few hundred feet off the ground? There's a... Pardon me. Yep, there's Ursula's house. Ursula from the single player. She's a disturbed chick. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, make it so, make it so, make it so. And I brought some tea over hot. The lights are way down low. Make it so, make it so, make it so. Oh, I hate to go out in the storm. Shut up, Wesley. Make it so, make it so, make it so. Hoy veas mir. So this is all right now. I should probably just follow the coastline, since it's gonna lead me back to there anyway. Yeah, don't everybody in the chat speak all at once. Alright, here we go. This is obviously Northern California. Up near like Oregon, there, up there. Whoop. Too high. Just follow the road. I wonder what animals I have to shoot. Not shoot as in Christy Gnome shoot as in Felix Unger. The camera. So you probably don't remember. My older brother Lou didn't remember this. He found his thing is going to Goodwill's finding stuff. He found a Yahtzee game. I told him that there was an official Odd Couple edition Yahtzee. Well, it wasn't necessarily odd Couple, but it was endorsed by Jack Klugman and Tony Randall. Challenge Yahtzee. And they didn't say it, but they were in character. And that's actually one of the reasons why one of my favorite shows is The Odd Couple. Because those two were Felix and Oscar. And there would be like little in jokes, you know. I remember they were both making copier commercials. And Tony Randall would say, you know, I can change toner cartridges without getting it all over my hands. And he's like, I'm not a neat freak. I'm not really a neat freak, but I'm not a slob like Klugman. And I remember the day Jack Klugman died. On WFAN, there was a tribute to him, little sports minute they used to do. And they said, I can't remember who did it, but it said, today marks the passing of the most famous sports journalist of all time, Oscar Madison. Actually, he never wrote a word because he wasn't real. But Jack Klugman, it was the embodiment of that character. And there's not, he said, there's not a sports writer alive that when he looks in the mirror that he doesn't see Oscar staring back at him. And it's true. It's one of my few acting ambitions, actually. If anybody's out there's actually listening. It's one of my few acting ambitions, actually, is to play Oscar in The Odd Couple. That and to play Scrooge's nephew. But I'm probably aging out of that role. See, Scrooge's nephew Fred, it's a great character because he's the opposite of Scrooge. He's related to him. Pardon me. Hey, Kermit. Sounds like a weird acting ambition. No, actually not. Because I lived on the East Coast. I lived on the East Coast for a long time, and I always see The Odd Couple. And Oscar was such a sports fanatic. He was a sports writer. He rooted for all the New York teams. He followed all the New York teams. Covered all the New York teams. How you doing, Kermit Frog? But Scrooge's nephew, Fred, he is the opposite of Scrooge in every way. Scrooge is very rich. Fred, I don't think he's poor, but he's of modest means. Fred's very happy. Scrooge is miserable. Fred gives freely without any thought of reciprocation. Scrooge is very transactional. But he sees the good in his uncle. Because why do you insist on inviting him every year? Because who does he harm? By declining our company, only himself. And he said, it's a great line, if my mother loves someone, they must have had a good heart. I still say, Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge. And it's a part that often gets cut out in a lot of versions of A Christmas Carol. It's not a very big part, and a lot of people think it's not very important, but it is important. it's a glimpse into who Scrooge could be. Actually, yeah, it is. That's actually a good analysis of it. It's a if things had turned out slightly differently, it is Fred is the person that Ebenezer Scrooge could very well. If you already talked about this, you don't have to again. No, no, well, it's okay. I don't remember if I was talking about last time about I think the Trump canceling the Biden stuff. I think it's amusing. It's yeah. I mean, it is. It's the ramblings of a madman. Talk about someone who could benefit from 3 ghosts visiting him on Christmas Eve. All this stuff with the auto pen. The auto pen is legal. Cops can detect you at this height. Fly lower. Well, I'm flying over the mountainside here. Do they ever say how Scrooge got to be so bitter? They Well, they shown him when he was very young. His father had abandoned him. His father blamed him when his mother died. So that apparently had an impact on him. But it was his sister that brought him home. And then he was apprenticed at an accounting firm.
You closed that deal, all right. Wiring the funds right away. LJT out.
And he wasn't a miserable man yet when he was apprenticed there. How did his mother die? In the version I saw, they didn't say. I read part of it last year, and they never said. I'll have to go back and take a look at that again. Or maybe I could just ask the AI just a second here. I'm mid-flight here. I don't like playing the game at nighttime because it's just I don't know. So what made him bitter? I think part of it was greed. They said he became consumed with the pursuit of money. His business changed him. The very business he was in, he was a money lender. He ran an accounting house and he was a money lender. And London back then was a very different place from what I've read. It takes place in 1843. If you you look at the tombstone for Jacob Marley, 1836, and 7 years since Marley has been dead these 7 years, so that puts it at 1843. There were a lot of London's very posh, very very upscale now, but a lot of very poor people lived in London. Was he the only employee besides? Yeah, it was just him and his assistant, Marley, and his assistant Cratchit. And after Jacob Marley died, he became even more bitter. The love of his life walked away from him because she said, "You've changed." Okay, let's bail out here. He became consumed with greed and wealth. So they said he became a changed man and not for the better. It happens to people. Was he the assistant? Yeah, yeah. Scrooge. Yeah, became notoriously cheap. He began hoarding his wealth. Buy supplies. Does it say what happened to her and why does his assistant stay? That he doesn't seem like a nice guy to work for. Well, it was probably the only job that he could probably get. Hold on a second, let me see. Okay, ask the AI. Charles Dickens never stated the cause of Scrooge's mother's death in A Christmas Carol. Some adaptations suggest she died in childbirth, which could explain the father's coldness, but this is not in the original book. Okay, so they never say. They never really say. Cratchit had Bob Cratchit had a very large family to support. He, you know, according to they were barely scraping by. He always, in some versions, he's saving for a better life, which never comes. And then Scrooge passes, and then he's kind of left in a lurch. So I sell the stock. Well, I could resupply this. Okay, so we've resupplied everything. Let's see if we could hit 8 million today. Did we buy this? Did we buy the supplies here? We still have supplies here. Okay, we've resupplied everything here. Let me see. Manage stock. Okay. Oh, this needs. We need to. Can we sell these? And sometimes people stay in it out of like that for sometimes it was sense of loyalty, some too. I mean, hey, this guy's paid me. I don't like him, but Cratchit was probably loyal to a fault. He probably could work around him, and they probably left each other alone. That actually, you're right. That is right. Scrooge probably did like the company as well. He liked the company well enough, but oh, there's a kitty cat. Look at the kitty. There's a kitty cat. Oh, chubby little kitty. Cratchit. Cratchit kept to himself, largely, and he, didn't get in Scrooge's way.
It's been a minute. A whole lot of gangsters and players, but not too many good men, though. With Shawnee's? In your fucking
Maybe
bed?
you're right. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places. Where should I look?
He's crazy.
Yeah, there was a scene actually, like I said, the Patrick Stewart one.
Hey, boss.
Patrick Stewart version. There's that scene where he's trying to keep
Hey there,
warm
boss.
desperately. Hold on. Hey, boss. Looks like one of our high-value clients had a little too much fun. Okay. There is say Cratchit has. Yes, Cratchit has a very large family.
Enjoy it, buddy. This is our place.
Tiny Tim, he has a daughter Martha. He has another son and a younger daughter. So, you know, he has a family to provide for.
Marcel tells me you're our resident humanitarian. Well, you couldn't have chosen a better recipient for your kindness. This guy's a lawyer for the Duggins. Maybe he'll give us a discount on my friggin' gas. Here's his address. Get him home.
I mean, I'm sure every English teacher I ever had would be very proud of me right now for discussing Charles Dickens on a Grand Theft Auto stream. Hold on, I'll look at this in a second here. Hold on. Tiny Tim is Cratchit's kid. Didn't know that. I thought it was just a kid wandering by or something. Yeah, I mean, they never specifically say, but they never specifically say what's wrong with him. But he has it all from what how they describe it. He had polio. You know, polio was, you know, rampant back then. Do any of his other children have it? No. No. No, they don't. They don't say if any of his other kids have it.
How's our guy? Did he throw up in the back seat yet? Don't worry. We get those things sluiced out at the end of every shift anyway.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure every English teacher I would have had would have been very proud of me. Mrs. Minneberg, Mrs. LePerry. Who else? Can't remember who else I had. Sadaka, Mascola. Oh God, she was horrible. My English teacher, Miss Mascola. Oh my God, terrible, terrible. No life in her whatsoever. I hated it. I hated that class. Dear God, how does a lady like that get a teaching job? Oh, I'm not here to entertain you. Well, be engaging. Be freaking engaging, for God's sake. Let's see, what shall we call for?
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
Karuma armor. We need to get the Rapide Classic, which is that's actually a. Yeah, hang on. We need to put a plate on that. Rapid classic. Does Scrooge have nieces and nephews from his sisters? He has one, Fred. This is the. This is supposed to be the V8 Vantage, the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Let's head over to the Los Santos Customs. We gotta put a new plate on it. Total of one. Hold on, I'll be within a second here. I love this car. This is a great car. What is this? Is this? I hope this is a. What is that? I gotta take the car here, and I got a freaking phone call from them. No, you gotta think about how do you time these events here. Come on, come on. Sorry. Okay, hold on a second. Total one mention of one, or total of one. Yeah, total of one. They say that Fran, his sister Fran, was his only living relative. Was his only sibling. Fred's his only living relative. Fran is his only sibling. Do they say what happened to the rest of his sisters? No, no, he's only This Fran is his only sister. She died very young. They said, sometime after Fred was born. They never say really from what. Well, back then people were dropping like flies. You know, back then, he didn't have any medical schools either. Doctors learned from other doctors. There is. Hold on a second. I'll finish this in a second here. Oh, what the hell? Really? Do they say what happened to the rest of his sisters? He didn't have any other sisters. He had just the one, Fran. So what they, you know, like I said, back then, doctors, they, yeah, medicine was still pretty primitive. They were still bleeding people. Well, I'm sorry. If I did, I'm sorry. I wasn't very clear about that. His sister, singular sister, brought him home. Sorry about that. Where's Los Santos Customs? She was the one that convinced her father to bring him home. Hola. Do we have any? Is this stick drifting? No. No, it's not drifting. Okay, let's see what we got. We're gonna do some repairs to. Well, we gotta do repair before we get to the other. In some places, didn't they have a medical school system, trained doctors? Funny you should say that.
What brings you in today?
There is actually an account of the first Americans to go to medical school in Paris. It's called Americans in Paris. I believe the title of the book is. And they had to go, and we're talking like 1885, I think. 1880 maybe. They had to go to. Oh, I don't have this upgraded.
Just looking at that engine gives me a hard on.
Yeah, they front bumpers. Hold on. Oh, that's tacky. There you go. I think they forgot. It's not a Mustang. They had to go to medical. If the first Americans to go to medical school went to medical school in Paris, France. There's a book written about that, and here they are. They're Americans in France, and naturally, all the lessons are taught in French. And I know a little bit about it. It's an interesting story. And it is something I'd like to actually know more about. Look at that. So what should we go with? What plate should we go with? Dazrai or we'll go with the 007 because it is a Bond car. Roof. Did I do the front spoiler? Hold on, let me see. Front bumper. Yeah, I did the front classic. It just didn't. It's very subtle. I didn't know. Do they graduate, and how do they graduate if they do? Well, I imagine it's very much like ours. I mean, our system. Windows. And I didn't do any of these upgrades. No? How about that? Wheels. Tire enhancements. Oh, I did that. Okay, that's kind of hideous. I probably should get some arm. Well, I'm not playing against anybody else, but armor always makes a difference. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, yay Encino. So there's the new plate on this car. Because it's an Aston Martin. Does the roll cage make the car handle better? You bastards! I think I can go pick up the cash out of the safe at the nightclub. Thing is buzzsaw. Shut up. Black Shaggy says shut up. I saw a movie called Midwife. It takes place in 1700s in France. You shut up. You don't you run away from Black Shaggy. Bitch, still on the phone. What the hell's wrong with you? Turns into murderers. Oh, okay. She's forced to go to the hospital to learn her craft, even though she has been practicing for years. But it's the law or whatever. Turns into a murder mystery. Actually, that sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting.
Eyes on main entrance.
So yeah, so I upgraded the dancers. So what if I should do a fog machine for the... I should get more storage. Actually, the 50 car garage is on special this week. Let's take a look at the on the phone here. Hold on. Oh well, first of all, we'll deposit that. Hold on, let me see. Dynasty 8, property listings, garage, custom garage. This is it. Yeah, here. 1.3 million, 1.37 million. Time to up your grind set. Forget about luxury apartments. All you need, all production needs 5-floor private garage with enough storage up to 50 vehicles. Simple living. So that is the highest end garage. Stilt apartments. Stilt apartment. Stilt apartment. You could have 10 up to 10 properties. You could also trade trade offices. If I wanted to relocate an office, I could easily do that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to buy that 50 car garage just because it's just Okay, let's see. Can I sell anything? Let me see. It's a young woman who are being killed, and she is looking out the window of the boarding house, and she sees one of the women and her classmates get grabbed by a hooded figure. Oh, that sounds interesting, actually. They managed to rescue the poor girl alive. Oh, how about that? That sounds really interesting, actually. Hmm. Midwife. Huh. Maybe I'll have to take a look at that. Okay. Okay. The nightclubs are still. Um, well, actually, I gotta. There's the other. There's the other. There is the other Aston Martin that's on special too. If it's an Aston Martin, I gotta buy it. The Lampadati Corsita, we got that last week. This one. This is the champion. It's supposed to be the new Vanquish, which is 1,000,006. If I could hit 8 million, they managed to rescue the girl alive. Oh, okay, cool. Now, supposedly the arcade generates money faster the bet with the better number of games you have. Stun gun. We're gonna stun this guy. He crapped out money.
That is not cool.
Tell me where you are so I can show you what an ass whooping sounds like. Hello? Hello?
Ginger!
Hey, so
Shut up.
Damn it. Every time. Shit stay.
Ah, you fuck. It's an undercover cop or just an armed citizen? They accused a homeless man of all the crimes and he escaped from the dungeon when he was being held. When they went to get him. Sounds interesting. Again, what the heck is this? What the heck? Oh, I've never been this way before. Where's that dude just shot? Black Shaggy.
Hello? It's me!
What the? Damn it! You do not run over Black Shaggy.
Fucking kidding me.
I love this gun. See what happens when you shoot a fire hydrant. That's actually pretty funny. You know, when you run, if you run over a fire, if you run over a fire hydrant, you really have to pay for it. It turns out he didn't do it, and he rescued the man, the main woman, and was corrected on the bridge, cornered on the bridge, by the killer. All right, well, don't give away too much, you know. Up and at him. They made a sequel as well. Oh wow, like I said, sounds interesting. Okay, let's see what's going on with the businesses. This is supposed to have resupply. I didn't get supplies. Oh, stock level. Okay, supplies level. Oh, okay. It's just easier to buy the supplies than to steal them. All right, we're fully restocked here. It's just gotta wait, and that's all there is to it. You gotta wait. I hate the waiting game as much as everybody else. I mean, that's the worst part about money grinding is the waiting. The populated lobby is yeah, it's just not effective for money grinding. Yeah, you get a bigger bonus, but you know, you run the risk of getting blown up. Get some sticky bombs. Sticky bomb. Here we go. I think that's all.
Now you are prepared against government tyranny.
How you doing, Oos?
Well, I could.
You're clumsy, my beat.
Ah! Of course, a few midwife scenes that you can skip if you don't want to see that kind of stuff. Okay.
So hard to find a nice made out of cow asshole. That's why.
Cause bitch, you dumb. That's why. Oh shit! You do not run over Black Shaggy and live. Socialist. Socialist.
Hi, boss.
Boss, in-house.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna have to call it there because we're kind of at an impasse with the money grind.
Can you believe it? We own this place.
Yeah, we're kind of at a standstill with the money. We got to wait
Later, kid.
for the money grind to catch up with me. So, yeah. And in game, when you log off and log back on, 6 hours passes. Can you shotgun people in the business? Oh yeah, you can shoot them in the business. Oh yeah. All right, gang. I will catch you all next. Next, this is always a lot of fun. The money grind. Maybe I'll play a different game. I don't know. I'll probably be back tomorrow. The New York Giants are not playing until Monday night against the Patriots, so I have a gap in my schedule, my sports viewing. Around here, local television is always at a conundrum whether they cover the Giants or the Patriots. If Tom Brady sneezed, we might have to cover the Patriots. Everyone in the chat, Kermit Frog, Encino, LVK, whatever, everybody's in the chat. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining me. Always a lot of fun. And we will see you next time. Take care, everybody.